This is Christian Ackerman with Fast Coast Productions and the Fast Coast Film Academy, and I'm back at it again, editing SPACELOCK. After this long move, I'm in my new home office, and so this is the continuation of the video editor's vlog, and I am editing like crazy on SPACELOCK. Tonight I just picked up and went crazy with a new cut, started adding in some things, taking out some stuff, fixing some things, doing some cutaways and stuff like that, and reevaluating what's important to telling the story. I kind of like it when you take a break and you walk away for a long moment, which it has been during this move into our new place here. When I started these vlogs, it was in another house. When I started SPACELOCK, I was in another house. So in house 3, started SPACELOCK in house 1, then moved my office publicly on Main Street. Fast Coast Productions actually got a headquarters besides just being a home headquarters, and that's been awesome. I was just in the office this evening, just kind of working on a few things because I do have some small jobs that are kind of picking up as we're in this whole new 2020 of after COVID-19 and all that kind of stuff. So, but very thankful that I'm getting some work, and I'm very pleased, and I can't wait to get more work and more things going on while I am making my feature films. Anyway, so I'm working on this, and it's a late Sunday night. I don't know when this will come out, and it's just like a raw video of me editing my new home office. So it felt like finally tonight felt like I was getting closer to feeling settled in. We're still settling in our new place, but I felt like, okay, I can start editing because I'm done kind of decorating and unpacking and all that kind of stuff in this place, because I couldn't work in here with boxes. I have a few boxes I'm going through back here, but I feel like I'm back in my space again. I have my projector set up, so I can here, I'm going to do this. Like, this could be a good thumbnail, I guess. So I'm going to take a picture right there. There's my thumbnail. So I'm very pleased with my setup in here. It's my creative place. Just as Fast Coast headquarters, it's kind of the place where I can meet with clients and stuff. This is more for myself and my friends. So because now I have this place all set up, I can edit and get to it. I've been working on the no special effects tonight, just mainly doing old-fashioned editor cutting and adding in things. So because when you work on a B movie or a feature film, I don't want to call it a B movie right away, because everybody's definition of a B film has changed because of how anybody can make films now. I always remember Gareth Edwards, who did Monsters, went on to do Rogue One, Star Wars. That was an independent film, and it looked like a big, huge feature film. Even though he independently created it, raised money, did it, it looked huge. My films, I kind of know what they look like. I try to work my best to make them better as I progress, and try to make progress in the quality. And sometimes too, some people think my films are pretty low quality. Well, yeah, they are, but sometimes I kind of like I like that look. So there's something about it, I can't shake it, is because I know the budget I have that's very slim when making these movies, that I kind of embrace that and embrace the quirks with how the film looks and with what we can do with it because of lack of budget. So it kind of creates that creativity. So some of my methodology is cutting will save you. I'm kind of like, I used the George Lucas thing with Star Wars, where the edit will save the movie. I've seen it. I'm an editor. That's what I get paid to do. I'm a professional editor on other people's works and stuff like that, and that's what they hire me. I know an edit will be the final thing before it goes to the audience. Mixing and all that kind of stuff, audio, all that, creating the rhythm, making sure there is a story there that makes most sense to everybody. Everybody, it's easy for anybody to get lost in a movie, but just get the basics in there so people can follow along pretty well. And then the other two things, it's like one thing, but I use two movies as reference. I use Jaws with Spielberg, where he had problems with a shark, and the shark wouldn't work. So don't show what doesn't work. Only show what works, and show less. Let it be mysterious. So I'm gonna start doing those kind of cutting tricks with this film. And also Aliens is another film that does the same thing. James Cameron didn't put a lot of detail in the suits, the full suits of the creatures that were going to attack the heroes, the protagonists. And it was just quick shots and stuff like that. But they have to be effective quick shots. It can be confusing sometimes, but it has to be effective in the storytelling. So I use those kind of two movies as my inspiration while I'm cutting. Especially this is a space movie, so more aliens. It is a monster movie, so Jaws, that works in that as well. There's a couple of movies I've been watching during this time. I've watched a lot of films on Amazon Prime. Watched a lot of Roger Corman movies. We're using a low budget, and it's fun because now I can see it. Like when I look behind the sets, I can see, I used the same thing, or my friend Mike Gibney used the same process. And I was just talking to Mike about how I was watching a Roger Corman film, and I could totally see what they used in the sets, and now I can see it, so it's kind of fun. It's inspiring. It's not like takes me out of the movie. It actually pumps me up and inspires me, and I love it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of trying it's nice when you step away and you come back at it. I hope to see the film as it will appear to people when they go watch it. But there's things that are out of my control that I will always notice, but nobody else will notice, that bug me. Or there's something that's working that I don't know that's working, that will work when the people watch it, like the audience watches it. Like one time with Carpenter, we set up a number of jump scares in that movie, Carpenter. And there was a particular jump scare with a window where our actor DJ Sherwood's wearing a werewolf mask, and he kind of jumps out and scares Lydia, and our protagonist in the film, our heroine, our hero, and the audience in the theater all jumped on that part. And I'd be like, why did that work? And I'm always studying the setup, and you can look at that too if you go to Carpenter and watch it on our channel on YouTube. You can like fast forward to that part where she's in her home and she's waiting for her boyfriend to pick her up, and then there's this jump scare while she sees Carpenter out her window across the street, and then there's this jump scare. So it's kind of like, I think how it worked, we made the audience look over here, and then we did something like that. We came at them at another angle, which they didn't expect, and it did work in the theater. It was great to see that work, but I never thought it would work as well as it did until I saw it in front of an audience. And that's the kind of thing with these kind of movies. You're editing all the time in your editing area at home, your editing suite, you're on your computer, but until it reaches an audience, you'll really know your effectiveness. Plus, you'll find things that you didn't even know that were working. So I can't wait to get this thing done and out there. It's been a long time coming, almost like 2 years working on this whole thing, on this project. Even this idea has been probably longer than 2 years for me, probably a lot longer than the cast, because I was working on this during just right after I worked on Carpenter. And then we worked on some other films, Scarlet, Pirates Cove, and also Zombies, Monsters, Action, the movie. Always working on multiple projects. And now I'm going to be asking help for people to edit those things as the state reopens and we get into this new summer of 2020, as things kind of come along, I'm going to start asking for help getting those things done, because a lot of things been put on hiatus, especially after I moved, and life just goes on. That's how it is. And so it's been fun tonight, just working on this project, getting back into it, basically getting it looking like a film and getting excited about it. There's a bunch of times I watched it up on the big screen. When I think I first got my projector all set up in this room just to test it out. So it was like late, I was tired, I've been unpacking, working on things. I put my projector up. I just needed, sometimes I just been unpacking boxes and moving stuff, big things, and so I just had to like sit down and just chill, and I ended up watching that and got depressed because I'm like, there's so much work that needs to be done to this film. But to me, there's so much work. I know if I showed some of you and you saw this thing, you'd be like, oh, it's looking great. You'd encourage me. Or maybe don't show this. You guys would be so awesome at encouraging me. I know that. So I can't wait to show this thing to you. And now, because of how everything is, there's a possibility there'll be an interesting showcase. And I think the drive-in cinema is coming back here in Montana. We have a few of them. I think a few, maybe one or two, that are actually drive-ins. I forget how many we have out here. And some people have been telling me that. And then my friend Joe, who runs the local theater here, who's been closed down because of this whole COVID-19. They're starting to reopen, and he's going to be reopening as it looks like we are good to go. Like Montana State is good, so we're going to be opening up more things. The theaters will be able to open up and stuff like that, or restaurants are slowly opening up. It's been awesome to see that. He is, I think there's been word, I'm going to have to get it from the horse's mouth though and talk to him. Somebody said they saw something, but I'm going to check, that he possibly is considering the drive-in theater approach for some people, as well as he's going to be doing the half capacity interior, theater viewing. So you'll be able to go in, he'll like make sure that everybody's healthy, check. I think they have temperature scanners and stuff like that. And you'll walk through there, and then you go sit down you just stay with your group you came with, and then you watch a movie. So it's kind of cool. So it's going to be interesting. I normally show my movies there, show them on YouTube. We do a nice local screening for the cast and the families and the people, our community that have been a part of this, because they all are a part of it when we're doing this. And it's really cool because we have a really small town, Hamilton, Montana. It's a big small town, because we have Montana Studios here and stuff. So there's it's gonna be interesting once this thing is ready to go. Once I'm ready to bail from it, like it'll never be truly done, like how George Lucas was never done with Star Wars. And I'm not comparing this to George Lucas. I'm comparing my method of approach, I guess, to this. That's what I'm doing. So I'm looking at the people before me that had actual budgets and what they went through and what they had to do. And here I am with a very slim budget, out of your own pocket budget and the help of volunteers budget, working on this thing, and with the mercy of other people helping you and volunteering. That's how this thing got done. This was actually done with love and fun, and people being excited and passion. That's another great word, passion. So it's going to be coming out very, very soon. Keep watching our YouTube channel. Follow us on our social media. Just follow us, subscribe to us, hit that bell notification on YouTube at youtube.com/FastCoastProductions. That's also where you can find your Fast Coast Film Academy stuff. Go to FastCoastProductions.com. Go to Fast Coast Film Academy. I'm talking too fast, but it's fast. It's Fast Coast. Go there to find out all the updates on what we're doing with SPACELOCK and everything. We have been kind of sitting still a little bit, but go ahead and give us a little shout out, support, whatever, comment. Yeah, a little encouragement helps us, helps me, keep me going. And I'm excited for some new things on the horizon. We have a lot of movies that are in post-production right now, and a lot of projects I'm eager to get going on, and I have eager things that I'm just so eager to do. So I can't wait. So I'm excited. Things are about to happen. Stay tuned here at Fast Coast Productions. I'm Christian Ackerman with Fast Coast Productions and the Fast Coast Film Academy. I hope to see you in the movies.